Today, everyone, we are tasked to report the controversy Dr. Jose Rizal as a prophet or messiah. This is the Group E presenting.
Summary of the introduction. Because it was not lectured in the basic secondary schools, the issue surrounding Dr. Serizal's treatment or worship as a prophet messiah was not well known. We want to discover the truth whether he was actually regarded as a prophet or messiah, or whether the people who created such a ruckus about him did it on purpose. Because of his works, the debate over whether Dr. Serizal was a messiah continues today. Prophecy in this context also refers to the future, according to Cornelio in 2017. We anticipate that this work will provide facts, ideas, and information that will inform the audience.
Summary of the body. There are some evidences found why Dr. Jose Rizal viewed as a prophet or messiah. First, during his execution, people think that he was not frightened when his heartbeat was normal. Second, he dreamed of becoming a martyr for his country. Third, he said that one day I will die for this country and you would see my monument. A group called Rizalistas was created and established on December 25, 1963 in the Philippines, where most groups were based in Calamba, Laguna, which is the hometown of Rizal. These groups believe in the Holy Trinity compared to Christianity, and Dr. Jose Rizal was known and believed to be the Holy Child by his followers. Rizal gives a huge contribution to the nationalism in our country due to his wisdom, efforts, and contribution. Rizal's significance, however, transcends his reputation as a national hero for our limited group of Filipinos, placing him at the center of religion, which he is no less than divinity.
The controversy surrounding Dr. Jose Rizal began when he displayed odd visions and prophecies that came true. This had a profound effect on the minds of all Filipinos and many now see him as the real messenger of God. So the people that are followers of Rizal, also known as the Rizalists, made their own version of the Holy Book about Dr. Jose Rizal. They that Dr. divine and that Dr. Jose Rizal was a prophet. They did this also so that the Filipinos and future generations would believe that Dr. Jose Rizal was a true prophet.
Rizal being transferred from Paco Cemetery to another graveyard added to the debate over whether or not he was the Messiah, the divinity, or the Holy Child, because people had different beliefs, viewpoints, and opinions throughout Rizal's time. This concept or rumor spreaded quickly.
It's up to you, but this controversy should not eradicate Rizal's work for our country. Awaken our knowledge of nationalism and patriotism. Jose Rizal writings help motivating the Filipinos to fight for our freedom against the Spanish colonizer and inspired a lot of Filipino nationalists to stand up for our cause.
Summary and learnings. So the debate of Dr. Rizal, which is Rizal is worshipped as prophet or messiah, was not usually regarded for the reason that it was no longer discussed in primary and secondary institutions or levels. So Rizal works educate people and it talks about the future, and we as students anticipating that this academic writing will be a good source of information. Lastly, the controversy is all about Dr. Rizal is being treated as a prophet or messiah because of his major contribution to the development of nationalism in every Filipino.
Some believe that he is a god himself, while others believe that he was a god's second son. This cult combined the indigenous Filipino characteristic with Roman Catholic rites, iconography, and organization. Dr. Serzel Black Grape Monument was praised worldwide as an allegory of his martyrdom. World people identified him as a god or the Filipino Christ. The controversy constructively affected the hero, and he will be endlessly implanted in the minds of the Filipino. However, we must remember that Dr. Serzel is one of our national hero and should not be revered.
These are the individual realization of each member.
After all the research I've read about this topic, I've come to realize that Rizal should not be worshipped. He is merely a human being, a sinner like the rest of us. God is the one and only real God, hence he must be worshipped alone. You shall have no other gods before me. God's first commandment to us. God's first and most crucial instruction to us is to worship only him. People, please open your eyes and recognize that the only way to true salvation is through his Son, Jesus Christ, who died on the cross in our place. Accept him right now, and you will be given eternal life. This is God's assurance.
This is more realization. Dr. Jose Rizal was undoubtedly excellent in a variety of fields and willing to lay down his life for his country. Hence, I understand why there are people who considered him a prophet or Messiah. As a result, the topic became debatable and it had a massive influence on the hero due to the fact that it would be imprinted in the minds of Filipinos and others. It is essential to understand why Rizal was regarded as a prophet or Messiah because it will provide us with knowledge of the truth, teach us how to see things from different perspectives, and provide us with knowledge and understanding of why he was recognized as a divinity, providing clarity that we can pass to future generations. Rizalistas are a Filipino group who believe he is a god, and I believe we should recognize their ideas because faith is a personal experience that we cannot push on others. Finally, I've learned that this controversy arose from people's differing religious beliefs. Thus, the greatest thing we can do now is respect each other and argument should be avoided.
Rizal was not simply one of the Philippines' heroes who gave their lives for the benefit of their beloved country, the Philippines. For a few, Rizal is a mere hero with flaws and imperfections, but for others, he is greater than that. He was seen as a divinity, the Holy Child, or the reincarnation of Jesus Christ. Rizalistas are said to be his followers, largely found in Sitio Rangot. Despite the condemnation they receive from the society, they are still passionately loyal to their ideals. Rizal, being a messiah, is a really intriguing controversy that is continuously argued, but it only proves us how we have different views, different thoughts, and viewpoints comparable to what might be true for you may not be true for me. We have the diverse thoughts and beliefs in life, but let us remind ourselves that we are humans and that we are imperfect.
In today's modern era, there are various tools or sources widely available that can show people what happened in our world back then, such as when the Philippines experienced invasion and colonization during Rizal's time. As a result, it has a significant impact on our world in terms of how we appreciate what our country has been through. Also, because of the information we gained from the period of colonization, Rizal made major contributions to the development of nationalism in every Filipinos in our country, and we admire Rizal's knowledge and excellence in his efforts in our country. Now, other Filipinos regard him not only as a hero, but also they worship him as a god. All of this is also example of how I gather information from various resources that contain information. Just like I obtain this information from internet websites that highlight the topic that Rizal is worshipped as a prophet or god.
My realization is many result prophecies came true, but not enough to raise him to the status of a god. As technology advances, results predict that one day there will be a wireless phone since he observed that what is occurring in that time. Though some people think that Rizal was a divine messenger in human form and that he did not die. The member might dwindle through time, but the things it does will endure. We have our belief and there's nothing wrong with it as long as it does not harm the other people.
So, through this study, I have realized that today is only the reflection of the past. One cannot progress by overlooking his country's image. The controversies, paradoxes, and uncertainties of the past will remain prevalent through the years as they serve as the foundation of what we have today. So, for example, during Rizal's time, he was first held as a hero, for he martyred for his motherland. So today, he is the standard for the Filipino hero and regarded as a Filipino god. Devotees believe that the designated prime national hero will soon rise and save them from misery. But in line with this, we still cannot deny that he aspired from nothing and still fought his duty.
There is a lot of controversy regarding this topic that Rizal is a prophet or messiah. It spans since the early formation of the post-independent Philippines. Other people claim, specifically in the middle and lower classes, that Rizal is the brown messiah that comes to the Philippines to remove the oppression that the country faced. In comparison, there are also people that idolize Rizal other than being a messiah, idolizing him from his adaptive and versatile thinking, holding him on a higher status. I have also learned that his controversy spawned cults such as the Rizalists that revere him as a messiah.
I've realized after knowing this controversy, having a fact check is important. We should not believe in what other people say without knowing the real truth. On the other hand, I've learned that due to Ceresal's sacrifice for our country, his notable works and predictions, people believed him as a messiah. But it is not appropriate to idolize and worship a human. Even Dr. Jose Rizal didn't claim himself as a prophet or messiah. This written report really helps me to enlighten more about this controversy. It makes clear now how did it happen. Since we've already know the truth about this controversy, we must spread the real information.
The thing that I learned in doing this research about the controversy surrounding Dr. Jose Rizal as a prophet is that people considered him a prophet because of his works. In the works of Rizal, he talks about the future. The reason he is considered a prophet is that prophets predict the future and also because Dr. Jose Rizal was a good leader. Dr. Jose Rizal is considered a prophet because he predicted his future. He predicted that he would be a martyr for his country and that he would die for his country. This is all I discovered while conducting and responding to my research on Dr. Jose Rizal as a prophet.
Rizal was not a prophet in the traditional sense. Society did not seem to be changing. Some may believe that Rizal's works can predict the future, but I do not believe that our national hero was a prophet. Rizal wrote the Philippines within a century, which was based on his political and historical research. And Dr. Rizal gave their lives for the independence of our country because of their devotion for our country. They gave their life despite the fact that they have been under foreign colonialism for a long time. They have managed to gain their independence for the sake of future generations.
We know that this is not part of the content with the pre-recorded virtual reporting, but since this is the last group project for this course, we would like to show our gratitude through this. Hence, we would like to acknowledge everyone who played a role in our academic accomplishments. We are really grateful because we managed to complete our final examination within the time given by our lecturer, Professor Giovanni Utuan. This group project cannot be completed without the effort and cooperation from our group members Andre Tano, Dane Florency Ruiz, Mitzi May Remunde, Rodney Rocha, Alcali Sally, Alcalid Sally, Jamaica Marza Sam, Mark Luigi Solano, Rosemary Sombelon, Hani May Tasik, and Nicolo Earl Tequico. We also sincerely thank our professor of GE6 Life and Works of Rizal for the guidance, encouragement, and for teaching us in this course. Thank you all for your unwavering support. Regards, Group E. And that's all. Thank you.